Hi, everyone. Good morning. Hope you have your cup of joe ready because we have a really fun, beautiful the Quantum Coffee Talk, Total Activation of World Kindness talk. And plus, I just love saying coffee talk. So, we make it fit.
I'm pretty sure that's, a huge prime reason why the show is on.
Yeah, kind of is.
Come on, all together now. Coffee talk.
According to our Yes, Yum, and Fun. And that was my
That's
Yes, Yum, and
right.
Fun. So
That's right.
that's why the show is called what it's called. And I literally am drinking, by the way, just as a side note, remember that morning, one time at band camp, when I was on a Zoom with you and She Bear and a couple of our friends, and I literally was showing them how much coffee was left in my cup. And I showed it by tipping it towards them. And there was a little coffee. I legit poured it onto my laptop and
Yep.
like right there, poured it onto my laptop. Just a little bit, just enough to actually have liquid go in. And I thought, interesting manifestation. I wonder what's going right here. And all I can say is I was really glad at that moment that I had some tools physically, spiritually, energetically, and especially from New Alchemy, this quantum DIY toolkit, because I use those tools to not go into freak out mode over having poured liquid on my laptop. And I asked what's going right here, and I just shifted whatever I needed to shift quantum, and I had an exceptional experience.
You're using it now.
I'm using it right now.
That's right. Same machine.
Same mechanism, same,
All as well.
same. So good morning. We are really thrilled to be doing these quick shows because right now, at the time of everything in this immediate now, there's so much going on that we want to offer quick tools and memes and things that are really pervasive in our consciousness. Ooh, big words for pre-caffeinated mornings, I'll say that. And so we're going to start with some yes but news. So why don't you tell us what is that yes but news? We do have a video that just came out, by the way, on YouTube at Synergy Show called Tipping the Scales. If you haven't watched that yet, you got to go check that out. We have some really great stuff you can actually legitimately do on your own quickly, and it really does start changing stuff in your experience. But what's the yes but news for today? And why yes but news?
Oh yeah, hey, a couple of things actually. I do want to do the yes but news, and to do that, I wanted to just quickly kind of share a little bit about the New Alchemy project. So I've had a number of projects. They all came from visions at different times in my life. They're at different stages of service. But now what has come together since this whole journey with New Alchemy is they've all become a family of projects that they're kind of one of their first and primary unique aspects is that they're a New Alchemy company and project. And the philosophy of New Alchemy, the understandings, the tools of New Alchemy are being used throughout the project, from management to hiring, to negotiation, to building, inventing, innovating. Like, these tools and understandings are being applied. So very excited because I really feel like these projects are going into service in a certain way. And there's a couple of fun ones. So the yes but news actually comes from the understanding of the not-nots that we talked about on Monday, and is in that video that you mentioned, with a very specific homework. This is really time to start converting clarity and to I heard in my dream space to release the forgiveness kraken. So I think that's kind of wave, a tidal wave of forgiveness, quantum forgiveness, as we talked about in the video Shira mentioned.
Yeah.
Called tipping the scales. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tipping the RVO scales. Mm-hmm. All right. So the projects that are most ready to interact publicly. One is the World Legacy Project. It's a showcase of people, places, and things that are already on the leading edge. They're already busy being and doing what they need to do to support this evolving, opening heaven on earth. And so it features what's next projects and companies and services, and then living legacies. And really, in that whole project and in that whole innovation solution system is the understanding that your legacy is vibrational, first and foremost.
Yeah.
And it's the balance of your legacy. It's the balance of your vibration each day that is your actual legacy, your cosmic, your all-dimensional legacy. And that it's something that's that's happening right now, the whole time versus something that you leave. And so one of the things in the World Legacy Project is really featuring people who already have turned the other cheek, if you will, switched their focus, and they're really busy innovating, giving form to where we're going.
Right.
And so the other project that wants to kind of lay is the project vision, okay, which is our first step. We've got to at least have some clarity of where we want to go to get anywhere, right? And it's certainly helpful to make it expeditious, right?
It reminds me of that whole seeing is believing and the flip side of believing is seeing. So it really helps. I'm such a I think I'm a mix of left and right brain, honestly, but I'm so visual. And I know I got a girlfriend on here, my creative director, fabulous Jill. You got to literally create it. A lot of us have done vision boards, dream boards. You have to see it. You have to visually get that imprint and then speak it into form and put it out and make it on Canva and put it in a marketing, whatever that. I just love that. Projectvision.world. If you're not familiar with that, guys, I mean, seriously, all the homework we give, a lot of the tools, again, in the tipping the scales homework about the 10 commandments and making it into a what to do list and all of that. You can then create I am statements. That's part of the whole new alchemy system. Then you enter those statements on projectvision.world and you get this gorgeous AI generated, energetically manifested graphic that embodies the energy of those statements. It's so cool what we can do now. And we are in the doing of it. We are in the doing of it. There's no waiting for something when your day-to-day involves inspired action.
Yes. Yes, so that is happening. We're going to show a little bit of one here and share some I am statements, some I am coding. The great I am is one of the most powerful self-coding, therefore reality generating forms of focus. So we're going to share some of that today. So the yes but news. So there's a lot of yes but news. And so yes but news is about, okay, I'm aware. So there's a difference when we're massively investing our focus. We can be aware of things while staying uninvested.
Unentangled. Too.
There's a lot of things coming up into light. There's many things that are start coming into people's awareness. And one of the reasons we're kind of doing this show and coming out early is to have tools to know how to deal with that. Okay. There's a difference between having awareness of where we've been as a humanity, having some things come to light and reveal. And as soon as they come into light, that's our opportunity to take them somewhere. And the new clarity tool and project vision really can be helpful. Of course, you can learn to do it and do it anywhere. The new clarity tool, and we use the yes but in there and the not, the understanding some not. There's a difference between coming invested and allowing the awareness to inspire crystal clarity of preference, and then masterfully investing in a certain way with great certainty. You see, because you're clear the value of where you're putting your focus. It makes it easier to vibrationally turn the other cheek, to vibrationally shift.
Turn the other cheek is really about focus, not really I'm just going to ignore that happened. It's hard to ignore the stuff that's happening when it's so strong in our mirror, our reflective experience, right? And I like that certainty versus reactivity. And again, we're going beyond either or duality, but it is a good reminder the way you said that, certainty versus reactivity. Oh yeah, don't love that. So what do I love? Just really move it there. That's really what the yes but is. Just move it to what you do want. Everybody wants to have morning coffee talk and water cooler talk about the things that are, feeling heinously. And there's a lot that's blown up collectively, consciously. So, we got to diminish a little bit of that. It's just about.
We just need to increase skills and mastery. We've done the under the table thing for a good while, and we kind of see how it plays out. Yeah. How's it working out? Exactly. So maybe now we try something else.
Yeah. So here's this is an example of one of the projectvision.world graphics that.
And underneath in the chat there, Shira, is the I am that generated that throughout the project vision, quantum graphic. So each of these graphics are embedded with these clarified I am and I coatings that each person comes to as they learn the New Alchemy Nuclearity tool and the Nuclearity tool's way of harvesting clear preference. And so this was one of the people.
Beautiful. Okay.
So this was in September of 2023. I'm so grateful now that abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly, consistently on an everyday basis.
Nice.
So maybe let's just everyone can be with the picture for a moment and just feel this. Feel if you'd like to activate that I am and welcome it to have causality in your own coding. I am so grateful now that abundance comes to me easily and effortlessly, consistently on an everyday basis.
Wow.
You know, that's really such an actual truth in there
That was
because
lovely.
it's always coming. How much of it we experience, that's part of our subjective experience. That's part of our mix.
I love that. Wow. Gorgeous. All right. Oh, look at me being all tech savvy this
I
early.
know, rocking it even
Oh,
before 9 o'clock.
I'm, t- I'm telling you. Wow, that is, thanks, Jillian. It is beautiful. Okay. That was, I kind of needed that. This is
Yeah,
the way to
super yum.
say.
All right, yes, but news. Yes, there's a lot of things happening out there. So I was going through the World Legacy Project's little Facebook page. There's just an endless stream that's been added to over the years of, but this is also happening. And I loved the one Happy Gardens.
Oh, yeah, let me grab that. This is so cute. This is
So yes, the world is chaotic. Yes, the world is going through revelatory times. Yes, many even scary things are coming into light, but many are feeling tired.
yeah.
But there's also many wonderful things happening. And one of the fun little things, growing trends, but there's many other things that are also happening simultaneously.
Yeah, like
That's the beautiful thing about this place. It's not either good or bad. It's actually it's good and bad, and that's all experienced subjectively
here's
because
guys. There's what she was talking about now with
yeah, this grow free food sharing cart for residents. They exchange food. I have extra of this, I have extra of that. And these just this cute little neighborhood farm stands, if you will. More people are growing their food. And then there's even more ways and more techniques to learn about growing your food. If you for anyone who's read the book and Ringing Cedars, Anastasia talks about soaking the seeds in your saliva, and it edifies the seed into a custom food for that family.
yeah, that's a next level of edifying seed. It's a
That's right. Which is one of the community the New Alchemy community's products is edified seeds. So growing food, people are growing food, people are sharing, gardens are expanding. Just saw a report on a hospital that actually grows all the food on the rooftop. It's been completely converted, so the food is absolutely dynamically fresh and pristine for the clients. It's going to be fun. We're going to get through this time.
That
Okay.
reminds me, one day we'll have to you for World Legacy project, you got to interview our dear friend Melissa, because that yurt woman, I call her the yurt woman. She's a homesteader. She's all about this. She went to college on a school bus that kind of moved around and did all kinds of funky things, and she's literally grows it all, does it all, and with a wonderful wit and humor. And she
Well,
lives
I'm glad that you mentioned that because that is one thing we'd love to do is have a quick little chat on these morning coffee talks and feature some of the leading edge legacy makers, the people who are living their legacy right now. I'm really excited for children to meet legacy makers. And of course, it's much more doable in these times than it was previously, where they get to know the people that are actually sculpting their future as they're doing it. So if you have a suggestion in the chat, on a New Alchemy, on Telegram, on World Legacy Project on Facebook, Project Vision on Facebook, we'll try and monitor it. Actually, we should just maybe ask all the suggestions into Telegram. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Sorry, I
going
got a little.
so for those who are live on the call, and if not, it'll be in the description box, because that's why we're recording this, so I can, at least post these links to the graphics we're showing, etc. So you're either seeing this live and it's in the chat, you can find it on Telegram, or it will still be on Synergy Show. It'll be in the the description box. You can always come back and visit these super awesome little things.
Yeah.
What about, oh, I want to show the other one.
Well, I would love to see, actually, I would really love if people would actually go yes, but some things, whether it's something local or something big. Yes, the political system is polluted, but
Mhm.
Texas is making it easy for people to have their own chickens and fresh eggs.
Oh, right. Like,
Do it with that particular alchemical form.
here's the rent the chicken. I love this. This is so cool. I want to rent a chicken. I want to just say out loud, I want to rent a chicken.
I'll rent you a chicken.
It's just nothing I thought I'd be saying, but now I'm enjoying the phrase and the whole concept. And by the way, that's how you know if something, when you hear or speak something, one of the new alchemy things is how does that feel to the body when you say it? And if you like, I start getting jiggy with it. When I start doing like a little dance in my seat or my head starts bopping along, that's my body's response to a, oh, heck yeah. Telling you, I love certain memes when they have soundtracks to them. If I'm up and, wiggling, that's where
Well,
my
your body knows.
yeah,
So this body is such an incredible biofeedback device and guidance device. And your yes, that yes that we talk about, that yes that we're following, the head will nod, the body will smile, the body will lean in. We showed it and demonstrated numerous times on the workshop series that we did with Find a Project, and they're all there over there on Find a Project. We did it several times, I think, on the shows and different times over the last year on the Shira show. And even look, Shira right now, as I'm saying
I was like,
her head will nod. If you find yourself into those are going to be great edifying dynamics, especially as you first start to practice your yes, because really it's quite an art to wait for the yes, the true yes, the yes that speaks to your solar plexus and your heart, the yes that is located there versus the mind. Okay,
right,
the mind can join the heart
right, right.
regardless of what the mind is saying, because the mind is playing what all through the filter of all the beliefs and things.
Yep.
And it's very dynamic.
That's
so that leaning and that edifying nod or that smile or that you just blurt out yes.
comes out. It comes out. I was making a joke the other morning about when I was younger, or I was having a conversation recently with my honeyboo, and he said something. I went, well, that's why musical theater was invented. When the energy is so strong, because that's my background is, singing and all that, is why do you think that was created? Because when there isn't enough energy to be contained just in the words, you gotta burst out into song. It kind of is like that. I'm not suggesting you burst out in song if that's not your jam.
Yeah, it's not happening for me.
Might be.
My random act of kindness.
Maybe yes, maybe no. Robinson just wrote, can we experience these changes in blessings and abundance in Kenya? Yes, you're out there doing it, 100% yes.
Yeah.
And that's why we share some of these. And actually, you talked about that meme about yes budding. I want to share that one that you sent out. We sent it out as a post, but I just want to pull that up for a moment and show everyone the super cool, well, we're quickly, because I thought that was so perfect. And we yes butted the meme. All right, so check this out, guys. We made this the other day. We saw it and we're like, here's a meme that went around, and this is something that we yes butted. This is more actual. Check that out, right?
Yeah, this one came across early in the morning, and it was so well intended. It is so well intended from how I experienced it. Truly, truly, truly. And at the same time, it's so polarizing, in my opinion, and reinforcing of this black and white either or duality. And I mentioned on our other show we're recording this 38 hours of formatting a certain way until my consciousness burst through that either or duality agreement dynamic and saw how everything's connected and how every idea works in this increase decrease orchestration. So this was, to me, as I experienced it, I experienced all of the intent to invite people to rise, okay, to improve, to turn their focus, turn the other cheek to ascension, to their spirituality, and at the same time unwittingly was reinforcing this really either or. So our technology and our programming, our coding is literally a reflective experience of how belief works. And I think it's really important that we understand that it's not either or, that it's different than either or. The either or plays as we experience the combination of our spectrum increasing, our dimensionality capacity increasing. And there is belief programming in it, how we understand it and where we take it. Certainly there's choices for all sorts of outcomes. And right now we speak a lot in New Alchemy about this metamorphic, self-metamorphic process. And we have kind of where we were born and what the collective agreements and beliefs and capacities of the human experience were at. And then coming to this point in time where we really go inward. And in the metamorphic process of the butterfly, the caterpillar goes in, creates a chrysalis, loses all the programming of caterpillar. Every cell just becomes like primordial cellular goo, if you will. And except for the imaginal cell that's intrinsic to the design. And once the original programming is released, the imaginal cell starts transmitting the programming, the instructions, the architecture for the butterfly. And so this two-phase in one lifetime design is right in front of us all the time. And it's now about truly embracing it. And really, we're going to be embracing it at a next level as we have called in a different kind of chrysalis, if you will, and that's the medbed experience as well. And so
that's pretty cool, dude. That's pretty cool. And all that within the first half hour of being awake. I mean, come on, where else can you get these things? And just, hear it, feel it, understand it, see a picture of it, go create your own picture, go speak it out and share the space to get your day going. And that's why we're doing this new format. And
go share a yes, but on New Alchemy Telegram, please. I really love to see them. Gratitude. I think one last thing I'd really love to get into play, Shira, is that gratitude is the vibrational reception zone, landing zone for gratification. So if you're wanting to tip the scales, you're really wanting to go out of becoming or into being, you want to come out of waiting into having. Gratitude is more than this idea of speaking something to external. It's also self-gratitude. And the mindfulness techniques, there's so many out there. Explore and find one that's for you while we continue to bring out tools, but truly getting present with what you already have.
Use whatever belief bridge is available. When you spoke earlier of that solar plexus chakra, that was the center spray. That's about, it's like the antidote for the headless chicken moments is what it was originally, keep everything light and fun. Because by the way, everything can be lighter and more fun. That's really important. And a lot of these tools and belief bridges, whether it's medbed, because we really are our own medbeds, by the way, but another topic for another day. And whatever you have around you already, whatever you're comfortable with, whatever resonates, there is no right or wrong. There's just and I'm going to grab that spray, and I'm going to go check out and do a yes but practice, and I'm going to do a projectvision.world graphic, and maybe I'll burn incense, and I'm just going to sit, smile, put on some jams. Jill and I did a road trip once and we were listening to Earth, Wind and Fire. That was like, have coffee, have a fun conversation. There are so many ways to access what we're talking about here. We will continually be providing through our channels, through YouTube at Synergy Show, through the Telegram channels at New Alchemy, through the website that's coming, newalchemy.com, the books, the materials, the programs, the processes, the connection, the connectivity, the communities. We're here. We're going to stay here. We're going to keep doing these. We are so grateful to have you join us, Mari.
Thank you. Is words. I adore you. I appreciate you. Oh my gosh, so much. And everyone listening now, listening soon, and listening eventually. So it's happening. It's a very exciting time to be alive.
It's already happened. We're just pulling it through the sludge a little faster.
That's actual.
Buffer is felt a little heavy, annoying, and dragged out. We're going to stop.
Great butt. But
stop. We're going to watch that butt. But it's
no. We've so got this. We've so got this. We really do have got this. So good time to ask your soul. Ask to know this was a beautiful experience for me. Ask to feel how you really feel about yourself and your human experience and all of this, even just from your soul level. try that today.
I might have to sing today. Oh, what a beautiful morning. Just kidding. It's too early. Not going to do it. Would not be prudent at this time. Just there it goes.
All right.
Grab your coffee and
Well, and questions.
say hi, ask a question, wave at us. Oh my goodness, that is broken a dream I had a few nights ago. Wow. Mari, you were showing a multicolored caterpillar in another. No way. So basically, Jillian had a dream about that graphic we just showed. Girl, stop.
Jillian, that's so cool.
Yeah, how crazy is that? So I woke up on Monday, so I knew I was going to jump on the call, the coffee talk.
I love the UK friends using the New York, the little accent I grew up with. That was adorable. I try to copy your accent all the time.
But yeah, I woke up and I was like, gosh, that was a crazy dream I had. So yeah, something had happened and I was a bit perturbed, and you were trying to allay my fears, and you just showed me, oh, this has just come out of the chrysalis. Look, it's this multicolored caterpillar, and it kind of crawled across your hand. And then you showed me some other colored creepy crawly thing, and all day long I was thinking, gosh, what a bizarre dream that was. And then when you just showed that, I was like, oh my gosh, that was the dream.
Isn't it beautiful how we can draw to us so many portals of information and set ourselves up for pre-edification, even if you will, when it becomes a conscious experience and gets even more landed.
Yeah, so my take on it was, oh, I'm excited to reconnect. So that was all I took it as, oh, I'm going to be reconnecting with the guys over the pond. But when I saw the graphic, I was like, yeah, and it was both.
Yeah.
And the other thing I really wanted to share with you today was, so I'd kind of backed myself into a cupboard for 6-7 months, totally disconnected from everything, and was just starting to feel the need to come out and reconnect, and felt I'd been, I'd sort of taken myself out of the slipstream of things and the flow of things, because what I'd aligned myself to previously was so heavy and a lot to process. But what was lovely was, after our call on Monday, my meditation later on the afternoon, I had my first creative input in months.
Wow.
And it was just, hours after reconnecting with you guys. So when people look back on this time, this will be a whole new way of recording history, so that people can't tell you.
Love it. I was thinking that. I was hearing like time capsule-ish.
Yeah. And this starting point is a very important. So this is what came in a way that feels authentic and personal.
Yeah.
So that's what came through. Thank you for the creative connection and get me back in the flow. Thank you for helping me get back to myself.
So, sweetie, what if all of that was being with yourself?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Right?
Oh, it's gonna make me cry. Oh,
I know. I feel quite emotional, actually.
So hugging you, Jillian.
I know.
My goodness.
Thank you so much. That was and Robinson wrote the most beautiful. He's just so happy to be a part of this beautiful family here. I really want to see the manifold experience in its fullness. Africa needs to arise. And I wrote back, we adore you so much, coming for Africa, which will and has created its butterfly phase. Joy. Yeah.
Up above, I want to acknowledge Robinson. He wrote a beautiful question as well. He said, when we were looking at the meme, the quantum graphic from Project Vision, he asked, can we experience this changes and blessings and abundance in Kenya? And it's such an important thing I love to share on that, Shira, is if you can ask the question, it can be experienced. That's without question. That's free will. That's ask and it's given. Otherwise, if you can ask the question, now there's your subjective journey to opening up the capacity to experience it. If it's So, and that works whether you want the thing or not, by the way.
That's about alignment too.
all is fair in free will.
And don't forget to
Okay.
match, just being a vibrational match to that which you're asking. That's the only game here, really. It's with ourselves, and it's just within the, ooh, I can see it, I can speak it into form, I've manifested it. Now, how do I make sure that get out of your own way and just be in vibrational match to that which you're asking for? Because it is given. And then some of those nuances and details, that's the true and real. That's what feels the difference sometimes between you're getting smacked upside your head and just stepping lightly and joyfully. And that's why we have these tools, because we can make a desired preference as to how we want to experience them. Universal created, it's there, it's done. You thought it, you spoke it. Now, how do you want to experience it? Right.
Well, here's the deal. Most of you, the energy, through all dimensional energy that is in the experience of you is already experiencing it. So it's catch up.
Catch up. Yeah.
Catch up. With the certainty that you're already there. So it's just kind of liberate your way.
Yeah, I like that.
Because you're already there.
Go into butterfly mode, guys.
Right. Go in, see, like, it's so easy to have these conversations with ourselves. Okay, yeah, I feel like I'm not there yet, or I feel like it's not happening. And I feel like it could happen if, see what you come up to say. I could experience it if, see what comes up, because you're just going to reveal to yourself what might be causing a temporary and phantom vibrational gap between you joining the rest of your experience, because most of you is already in it.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us.
All right.
See you on
Beautiful morning.
We're doing these at least 3 times this week. We'll do our best to maintain Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule for these coffee talks. Coffee talk.
Have a wonderful day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.